Hello, 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 everybody, and welcome back. In the last video, we saw question number 1 on our 2010 Fermat paper, which means we are up to question number 2. The quantity 2% of 1 is equal to... Alright, so we've got a few options. The first few I note are fractions, the others are whole numbers. Okay, so I'm not just going to plug this in on my calculator unless I know how to, on my calculator, convert a decimal into fractions. But let's just talk about percentages. How do we figure out percent of anything? Okay. So if I had X% of some number, let's call him N, there's a nice way to do this, and hopefully you've seen this. This is not the first time somebody's teaching this to you. But the phrase X% of N, well, percents are measured out of 100. That's what it literally means, per cent. Cent being Latin-ish for 100. Okay, so everything, the total is 100%. So if we want to convert this to, say, a fraction, it's always X% divided by 100%. This cancels out the percents. You can treat them sort of like units, which is something I often say, like centimeters or seconds. People who are big physics fans know that units are important things to keep and to cancel out in your equations. So we cancel out the percents, and that fraction gets multiplied by n. This is exactly how percents are meant to work. So in this question, what have we got? 2% of 1 is going to be 2% out of the total 100% times 1, which is the number that represents the total. Okay, so the units cancel out. Multiplying by 1 never does anything. We've got 2 out of 100, which I believe, just like in the last video, is A. Let's just go back and double check that. Yes, it's A right there. And that does it for question number 2. Onwards and upwards to question number 3.